Welcome to Writing with Mrs. Billen. Let's practice our call. Illustrators?
Yes.
Very good. You guys are doing excellent with your call. And we, last week, have made it through our first week of writing, and now we are getting into our second week of writing. I am so excited that today we get to finish our Writer's Workshop puzzle. If we come over here, we notice that the first puzzle piece that we put on was a mini lesson. That's the time that you sit with Mrs. Billen and you learn about what we're doing in writing today. And then in the middle of the week last week, we talked about independent writing. And we talked about that really fancy word called stamina. And that's making your body stronger in a subject or a thing. We talked about how stamina is like exercise, and when you do it for a long period of time, your body gets stronger. And I'm so excited to show you the third puzzle piece to finish what Writer's Workshop looks like. The last puzzle piece is a special time. If you look in the picture, the boy and the girl are sharing. The word today is share, and it's the last piece. The word share, it fits together so perfectly to create a whole writing workshop lesson. So what is sharing? Well, sharing in the classroom looks a little bit different than how it's going to look when we're doing school online. When we're in the classroom, after we take our mini lesson with Mrs. Billen and then go to our desks and do independent writing, then we all come to the carpet and we sit in a big, large circle and we bring our writing with us, and Mrs. Billen or your teacher calls on a person and they share or read or talk about their picture on what they wrote. And so that's how it looks in the classroom. But, like I said, it's going to look a little bit different when we're doing online school. So you have your special Monday journal paper that you're going to work on in Seesaw today. And the best way that we're going to practice sharing is that you're going to be an expert illustrator, a person that draws the pictures. And you're going to draw your writing, you're going to draw your writing in pictures, and then you're going to use the microphone and you're going to explain what you drew and what story it tells. So you're going to draw and then use the microphone to share. And Mrs. Billen will be able to hear about your writings. Now, I want to look right here because when it comes time for writing, we want to use our stamina, and I talked about that a little bit when I talked about independent writing, but I'm going to remind you, when we're working on our stamina, we're working on writing for a longer amount of time than we did yesterday. And so when we are working on our stamina, we need to know that even if it's hard, we need to keep writing. So if you think that you're done, I want you to take a minute to close your eyes. Think in your mind, what else can I draw to help the readers understand my story? The next thing is you need to write and illustrate quietly. Remember we talked about on Friday what it would look like to sit in a quiet place, maybe your kitchen table where you're sitting down in a nice sturdy chair and it's quiet so your brain can think. You don't want to be in a loud space or sprawled out on the floor. You want to be in a great space to use your stylus to draw great illustrations. And then the third one was retell your story and add on. So we're just using pictures right now, but it's easy to look through your pictures and add more detail. And lastly, using quality writing strategies. And we talked about this would be a good time to use your stylus to draw your pictures. So you're going to be able to add more color, you're going to be able to use the strategies we learned earlier last week about sticks, boxes, and circles, and you're going to be able to use the strategy like we did up here, working in a quiet space or at a table. So today, before I let you go, I want to do something called model. Modeling is something that you will see your teacher do in your writer's workshop. They're going to do a model or a practice with you first so that you get the idea of what a journal entry looks like. I'm just going to grab my marker right over here. And I'm going to think about something that I would like to write today. Sometimes I have a hard time choosing, so I like to close my eyes and imagine what I can write or illustrate about. Ah, I got it. I think I'm going to illustrate about the weather. I'm going to go ahead and with my colors, you get to choose different colors, like I might draw a sun, and my sun I might make yellow. And I love that on Seesaw, you can choose different tools. So maybe you like to draw with the highlighter because it makes it glow more. Or maybe you like the pencil because it's a small pen stroke. So I'm going to draw the sun, and then I'm going to think about it. Remember, we want to add more to our picture. And so what can I do in the sun? Maybe I want to tell a story. I'm going to tell a story about yesterday. I did something fun in the sun. So I'm going to work on using my sticks, circles, and boxes to draw some pictures. What do you think Mrs. Billen got to do yesterday?
You're riding a bike.
Oh, absolutely. Here's my hair. I went for a bike ride. And if you think you're done, always add more details. Here's a road. Maybe next to the road were some rocks. Maybe there was a house in the background. I had some clouds in the sky. Always able to add more detail. Now it's time for me to share about my drawing. And so if I was to press the microphone, this is what I would say. I went for a bike ride in the sunshine yesterday. And that is the end. That is exactly what I want you to do. I want you to use your sticks, boxes, and circles to draw your picture using lots of colors. And then I want you to practice the new puzzle piece of sharing today to tell me about your pictures. You got it, illustrators. We can't wait to see your work. See you tomorrow.